Did you know that high blood pressure and stress are two of the biggest threats to our health? If you feel like your daily routine is wearing you down and you're starting to notice the effects on your body, this video is for you. Today, we'll share quick, effective strategies to lower your blood pressure and relieve stress in a practical, accessible way. No complicated steps required. Have you ever found yourself feeling weighed down after a hectic day with a tightness in your chest or that constant sense of anxiety? Imagine if you could start to change that in just a few minutes of your day. Here, you'll learn simple techniques you can start using right away to boost your well-being, both physically and mentally. Stay with us until the end and discover how small actions can make a big difference in your quality of life. If you're looking to feel calmer, more energized, and less overwhelmed, keep watching. You'll see just how achievable that can be. Our first strategy is breathing. Breathing is one of the most powerful tools we have to manage stress and high blood pressure, but we rarely use it to our advantage. During stressful moments, the body goes into a heightened state of alert, known as fight or flight, causing our breathing to become fast and shallow, which only increases anxiety. By focusing on our breath, we can break this cycle and activate the parasympathetic nervous, which helps us calm down. The key is in deep, controlled breathing, which you can do anywhere without any special equipment or preparation. The 4-7-8 technique is incredibly effective, simple, and quick for slowing down your heart rate and reducing blood pressure. To try it, just inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and finally exhale gently through your mouth for 8 seconds. This exercise creates an instant sense of relaxation as it forces your body to slow down. Focusing on your breathing also helps interrupt negative thoughts, which often fuel stress. When you start practicing deep breathing, you might feel a little lightheaded or unusually relaxed, signs that your body is responding positively. Don't worry, this is normal. Over time, your body will begin to adjust to this calmer rhythm, and deep breathing will eventually become an automatic response in stressful moments. The key is regular practice, not only during moments of crisis, so that when stress does arise, you already have control over your breathing. The second strategy is 5-minute meditation. The 5-minute meditation might sound like an illusion, an empty promise amid the chaos, but it's actually a subtle, powerful tool that holds the key to freeing your mind from stress's grip. You can be anywhere, a crowded office, a packed commute, or even the quiet of your home. All you need to do is stop, close your eyes, and start to slow down. In just a few moments, you'll feel the accumulated tension in your body start to melt away, as if you're diving into deep, dark waters, far from the turbulent surface. With each breath, it's like you're stepping away from your worries, leaving their weight behind. Your thoughts might pop up, shadows trying to pull your attention, but you let them pass without clinging to them. Every inhale and exhale is a chance to clear your mind, setting aside the constant noise that stifles your inner peace. Your mind might resist, restless, as if it's trying to pull you back into the whirlpool. But meditation, when practiced with intention, becomes a dark refuge where control and silence meet. Over time, these minutes of meditation are no longer just a break, but a direct encounter with your mental state. Dedicating yourself to these brief moments is like digging deeper into your subconscious, challenging the waves of stress and pressure. Even if the world around you keeps spinning frantically, your mind starts to find a quiet strength, as if a veil has been lifted and you can see beyond the chaos, if only for a moment. This power, this control, is fragile though. It requires practice, persistence, and an acceptance that, at any time, you might lose that connection. As pressure builds, the body starts to feel it. The neck, shoulders, back muscles all begin to tighten as if the body itself is at war. But there is a simple, quick, and effective remedy that you can use to start relieving this weight, and it appears as a third strategy: movement. You don't need hours at the gym or fancy equipment. Sometimes, a simple walk is all it takes to untangle the knots in both body and mind. Movement not only boosts circulation, but also allows stagnant energy to release, letting stress evaporate with every step. The power of a 10-minute walk at a moderate pace is almost indescribable. The sound of your feet hitting the ground begins to replace the world's noise. Fresh, simple air fills your lungs, clearing the fog in your mind. You don't need a destination, just movement and gradual release. Each step is like a beat that slowly lifts the weight off your shoulders, piece by piece. Walking becomes a dance with stress, where the steady rhythm begins to calm the constant rush of the day. And if a walk isn't possible, there's always stretching. Gentle yet deep movements that pull and release tension, raising your arms above your head, stretching your shoulders, or tilting your neck side to side. These are simple actions with profound impact. With each stretch, your body finds its own way of letting go of what holds it. Each movement feels like it's breaking invisible chains, clearing away stress and anxiety, like a storm that finally dissipates without resistance. The fourth strategy, eating right. Imagine that with every meal, you're nourishing not only your body, but also your mind, and, in a way, your stress. What you put on your plate can mean the difference between mental chaos and calm. Some foods, almost invisible to the eye, have the power to regulate blood pressure and soften mental tension. Avocado, for example, with its healthy fats, can lower blood pressure quietly, almost without you noticing. And bananas, with their sweet, creamy texture, are more than a quick snack. They're allies against stress spikes, balancing potassium levels to keep you calm when chaos seems near. Nuts, small and unassuming, carry an ancient secret. They're packed with magnesium, a vital mineral that fights anxiety and relaxes the nervous system. Like tiny capsules of tranquility, each bite soothes the internal storm. And dark chocolate? Contrary to popular belief, it's no villain. With its high flavonoid content, it can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. Slowly savoring a dark chocolate bar can be a relief from daily tension, like a deep breath after a long battle. What many don't realize is that even water, as the fifth strategy, can be a secret weapon in the fight against stress. Often, the body is so dehydrated that the mind goes into alert mode, interpreting the lack of water as another threat. Regular hydration not only improves brain function, but also reduces muscle tension, creating a subtle calming effect. In a world where every second counts, these foods, these small choices, become your shield against stress. Quiet, but profoundly effective. The tension that builds up in the body often goes beyond what meets the eye. It's not just the mind at war. Every muscle, every fiber within you responds to stress by tightening up. Our sixth strategy is the progressive muscle relaxation technique. Something so simple and subtle can be the thread that separates peace from chaos. You start with your feet, tensing them, feeling every muscle contract until it can't anymore, and then you release. It's as if, by letting go, you allow the stress to slip away into the void. But the trick lies in noticing the difference between tension and relaxation, feeling that transition and understanding that the moment you release, your body no longer has to carry the weight. Starting from the feet, you slowly work your way up, activating and releasing each muscle group. Calves, thighs, glutes, abdomen, chest, hands, arms, neck, and finally, the face. Each part of the body goes through a silent battle, with you as the commander. By contracting and letting go, you're not only easing physical pain, but also clearing the mental battlefield. The tension doesn't dissolve all at once. Rather, it gradually dissipates, as if you're carving out a space of freedom within yourself. The body senses the shift, finally feeling relief that once seemed impossible. The power of this technique isn't just in the physical act, but in the awareness. It's not just about tightening your muscle, it's about becoming conscious of each tension and its release. Each contraction, each release becomes deeper, more meaningful. By doing this, you learn to listen to your body in a way that daily life doesn't allow. And when you finish, what's left is a body that feels lighter, looser, as if you've shed an invisible weight that no one else could see. The seventh strategy is simpler than you think. Sleep. This intimidating silence that many try to avoid hides an unsettling truth. It's the key to managing stress and high blood pressure. When you lose the battle against rest, your body begins to crumble. Every cell cries out for relief, but it's in vain. Mental fatigue builds like pressure within your head, affecting the heart, nerves, and mind. Sleep quality isn't just a luxury. It's a fundamental need that, when neglected, destabilizes everything around you. And each restless night pulls you deeper into the shadows of exhaustion, where stress gains power, spreading unchecked. When you finally give in to sleep, your body tries with all its might to restore what was lost, to regain balance. But simply lying down and closing your eyes isn't enough to make stress vanish. Anxiety, fueled by an unstoppable stream of thoughts, keeps you awake. And so, a night of rest becomes an internal battle, where the mind tries to escape, yet the body remains trapped in a cycle of tension. Blood pressure rises, the heart races, and the mind continues its cruel game even as you seek peace. Sleep isn't just about surrendering to the darkness. It's about allowing your body to heal from the invisible wounds stress leaves behind. Each sleepless night deepens the pit. But few realize that by learning to let go of daily anxieties, you create a space where healing can begin. Simple steps, like turning off bright lights or screens before bed, can start to undo the damage you've inflicted on yourself. Your brain, so used to the turmoil, needs a complete break to restore balance. And when you finally sink into deep sleep, it's as if the shadows of stress and anxiety pull back. Not forever, but enough for you to breathe. The eighth strategy focuses on scent. Scents hold an ancient power, a kind of invisible magic that can shape both mind and body. When stress strikes, the body goes into a state of alert, but there's a quiet relief in the aromas around us. Aromatherapy isn't just a pleasant fragrance in the air. It's a silent invasion that can bypass the body's defenses and calm the inner storm. Lavender oil, for example, isn't just a sweet, soothing smell. It has the power to lower cortisol level, the stress hormone, allowing the body to slip into a deep state of relaxation. A simple lavender diffuser can be the difference between a mind at war and a mind at peace. But the power of aromatherapy goes beyond the obvious. Each essential oil carries its own essence, connecting directly to your most primal instinct. Chamomile oil, for instance, can induce a profound sense of calm, like a gentle wisp quieting the inner chaos. Eucalyptus oil, with its fresh and invigorating scent, helps clear not only the respiratory passages, but also the spirit. Using these aromas is like creating an invisible barrier between you and external chaos, a form of resilience that hides within small elements that, when combined, become a silent shield against the rising pressure of the world. There's something almost haunting in how scents can transport you into a state of complete immersion. They don't ask permission to enter your mind, they simply arrive, infiltrate, and transform how you perceive what you're experiencing. The aroma of a bergamot candle, with its citrus and woody combination, can instantly lift you out of tension and take you somewhere stress wouldn't dare follow. In the instant you close your eyes and take a deep breath, the scent becomes the only reality. And for those precious moments, nothing else matters except the relief that comes from what you breathe in. Work-related stress is an invisible prison, where the chains are made of tight deadlines, unrealistic expectations, and a constant whirlwind of tasks. Each day feels like a battle, and by the end, you feel as if you've been consumed by the storm. But the hard truth is that often, the real enemy isn't the tasks themselves, but the way you respond to them. If you can learn to control your reactions, the pressure that seems overwhelming can start to ease. Breaks, so simple yet so undervalued, have the power to restore sanity. A quick step away from the screen, a minute of stillness in a chaotic environment, can be the first step toward breaking the cycle of tension. With every second of pause, you create a small pocket of relief amid the chaos. The ninth strategy: manage your time. In the relentless pressure of work, the secret is to master your time. It's not about working more, but about working smarter. Divide your day into strategic intervals where you breathe, move, and disconnect for a moment. Stress arises from feeling overwhelmed, from a lack of control. But by taking charge of your time, you start to reverse that energy. Each break is a chance for a deep breath, for relief, for mental reorganization. By planning your activities methodically and with balance, you avoid letting pressure build up, creating a mental distance between you and the never-ending stream of demand. But the real battle lies in how you face everyday challenges. The workplace often tries to trap you in a web of constant stress, as if your worth is defined by productivity alone. The key is to shift your inner narrative, to learn to slow down even as the world around you speeds up. Don't let stress take over. When you feel the pressure rising, pause the rush for a moment and return to the essential. Breathe, focus. As you reframe your work, it loses its grip on your mind, and you take control of the game. High blood pressure is a silent killer, spreading through your body without warning until it's too late. It grows like a shadow, invisible in the light, yet capable of destroying everything it touches. But contrary to popular belief, it doesn't have to be a life sentence. This brings us to the 10th and final strategy: cardiovascular exercise. Done regularly and at a controlled pace, cardio provides an unexpected defense against this threat. Even when the world's pressures feel overwhelming, the simple act of moving your body, of getting your heart rate up, can be a form of resistance. With every run, every brisk step, you're challenging not just blood pressure, but also the invisible chains that stress and anxiety can form within you. The magic of exercise lies in how quietly it works. It strengthens the heart, boosts circulation, and simultaneously lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, allowing you to regain control over your own body. It doesn't have to be a marathon or an intense workout. Even a brisk 20-minute walk can create a lasting impact. Once the body is in motion, it releases endorphins, those natural painkillers, against the strain of stress. The fatigue that follows is no longer a burden, but a release, as tensions dissipate with each step forward. The most fascinating thing about cardio is the almost altered state it can bring. When you run or cycle, there are moments where the world seems to fade away. All that remains is the rhythm of your body, the beat of your heart. In this suspended moment, stress begins to drift away, as if you're leaving behind a darker reality, a reality of pressures and obligations. The blood flows stronger, yet your mind finds a temporary peace, a sense of freedom that feels out of reach otherwise. And for those few minutes, you're in control, challenging not only high blood pressure, but also the limits of your own being. Now that you know these powerful strategies for lowering blood pressure and easing stress, remember that every small action counts and can be the key to reclaiming control over your mind and body. Don't let stress set the pace of your life. Breathe, move, take care of yourself, and watch the change unfold. If you enjoyed these tips and want more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any life-changing advice. See you in the next video. And remember, the power to change is in your hand.